All you're doing is making a mockery of justice. You're making fools out of police officers in front of innocent, hard-working citizens, respectable citizens who know what you're saying is bullshit. That pastor drove a Mercedes. See how much money he's probably got in his church's bank account? You know what would happen to you if somebody like him decided they wanted to play? I know you do. I know, because I know what you would do. I've been through this before. My son was an infant and newborn. He did the same thing, showed up then. Oh, I gotta see Jacob. Where's Jacob? I need to make sure he's safe. Or was he asleep in his crib in his room? Picture perfect room, the showroom, my room, in a maternity home. Or I live with my husband. Just need to make sure he's safe. You'll just find these documents, they're all like, we're going to do what's best for Jake. We want to do what's best for you, but primarily aren't interested in what's best for Jacob. What was he, 6 weeks old? Blonde-haired, blue-eyed baby. I'm sure that's what you're telling yourself now, that this is all for what's best for Jacob. It's not. This is not best for anybody. It's not best for you. It's not best for America. It's not best for the Shreveport Police Department. It's not good for your drug dealers and your drug users either, because I got them on video going into the bathroom while I'm behind the counter, nowhere near them. Yeah. I videotape myself when I go to the bathroom too. I videotape my pee. It's light, clear, yellow. The pee of urine technicians. People that are on drugs and drink all day don't have pee like mine. Yeah. While you're sitting back saying all this and saying this all must be true. Really? Oh, really, Your Honor? That's what I was doing? I was doing drugs that day. Would you like to see my pee? Here's a video of it. You want to see my bloody tampons too? Gee, what's wrong with this picture, Your Honor? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury. People pull out cameras and videotape me and my son in public. I find cars idling on the street when my son and I come and go. People drive by with cameras hanging out their windows videotaping. Because you think you're so fucking clever. If I was the chief of police, I'd catch you in the locker room at the police department. I would beat the living shit out of you, and I would dare you to try to charge me with assault and battery. If you said anything other than the fact that you ran into a door, I'd shoot you. You are making a mockery of the police department, and they don't care because they don't value my life, they don't value justice, and they don't value what's right and what's wrong. Because you can do what you want to. Right? It's not going to happen the way you think it is. You're delusional to think otherwise. You are making a fool out of the police department with witnesses. You're doing outrageous things like having a car pull up sideways and having your little bitch jump out and run and open and close the door. Well, I'm videotaping. Anybody could have seen that. Somebody could have called it in. Something happened in Circle K. I just saw a car pull up sideways in front of the front door. A girl got out and run to the door and open and close it. I don't know if they're fixing to rob the place or what, because there's been a squad car over there. That's the kind of things that you're doing, asshole. It doesn't matter because it doesn't make it to your administrative record. Okay. You know, those people are going to remember as much as you've done this now. And you've got people pulling out video cameras now in public. People like that saying, oh, bullshit. And got another police officer telling me, yeah, that cop tried to say, yeah, I'm just trying to tell you, man, with the law's on, we can't do anything about it. Another cop told me, oh, yeah, that's loitering. For Brian to be hanging out the way he was. Alright. The cops talked to Madeline, and Madeline told him it was okay. without telling me, because you had your snitch there to accept a warrant or do whatever, falsify drug deals, whatever he was doing. I don't own no iPhone. Right? Because you're so clever, aren't you? You're not. You're delusional. You're a fucking nut job jackass with a badge that likes to spy on boys and innocent mothers. You have no regard for truth or justice or anything that's right or wrong. Because I can't be in your presence, because my son can't be in your presence. I've never met you. You're not present in this apartment. You weren't present in that store. You've never been in my presence. But you think because you're surveilling me that I'm in your presence, and you're like, what, Jesus? You're delusional. You're a fucking pedophile jackass with a badge is what you are. Only a pedophile spies on a child. You're not doing it because it's got anything to do with what's right for me and my son. Even if I consented to it, you'd still have to be able to justify, well, Your Honor, she didn't stop us from doing it, so, this is all admissible, really. Is that right, asshole? Excuse me, double O dumb fuck jackass officer. What was your reason for doing it? Really? You believe she was doing drugs and she was drunk and sitting on the couch of your informant? No, I've never sat on the couch of any of your informants. Never been to any other apartment or residence on this street except for this second floor apartment. Jake and I have been alone in this apartment since Roland came and got Fifi and Red one day when Jake and I weren't here. Last time, it's been 3 weeks or more since Roland, 3 or 4 weeks since Roland stepped foot in this apartment when Jake and I were here. Jake and I have been here longer since then. I don't know any of your snitches. And you're so clever. I guess if you use your best big boy voice and you pay the judge a really nice big fat bribe, somebody might think for a half a second that you're telling the truth. But you know what you're not going to be able to stop? It's people who are there. You're going to try to muddy the waters and say, oh, this is a police investigation. You don't really know what you're talking about. You only saw one little perspective of what you think happened, but that's not really happening. You know what they're going to say? Really? Why don't you piss in my face and tell me that it's raining? Because I know she didn't do that. Got a little Officer Byrne walking in there, hanging out in the bathroom. What are you doing? Delivering warrants? You know what I do? It's the same thing, asshole. You don't want to deliver it to me. You want to prevent me from having the opportunity to object. I object anyway. I object all the time. I object in that store. I object outside that store. I probably say the same thing 40 times a day. I do not consent to searches, surveillance, monitoring, or supervision. You don't spend a dime on me or my kids. You give a fuck what's best for us. The only thing you care about is making sure that we don't send your sorry piece of shit ass to prison where you belong. I wouldn't be a cop in Shreveport. It was the last job left because of assholes like you. You want to fight? Why don't you go after the ones that are on your payroll that you sit back and get to suck your fucking dick all day and tell you how big it is? You fucking coward. Won't even show me your face and tell me who you are. Sit back and send dopeheads and spending all this time and money getting a paycheck for it. While there's real kids out there I met in the school system that you wiped your ass with to sit back and lie for you. That are really out there being raped, that are really out there being used to traffic drugs. You said you got some other guy, some other kid that looks like Jacob walking the streets around Broadmoor Library, and you can send him up the street here. You're a fucking nut job and a half is what you are. You're crazy as the fucking days are long.